SHMACKEMAGOB, everybody, how you doing? It's time for another Currently Cranking episode. And for those that have never seen a Currently Cranking episode, first off, before I explain it, I want to say thank you. Thank you for watching. I love your peepers. I love that you're looking at me. I love that you're checking out my Currently Cranking. What this show's about is that I pick 10 albums and 10 CDs on purpose, listen to them, then put them on the side there, and then I talk about them, then I put them back, and I start over again. So, let's start. Okay, first thing, this right here, Captain Beyond. This one's called Sufficiently Breathless. This is their second album. They didn't make many albums. I think they only made 3. Their best one is the first one, but this one is awesome. This one has more of a little bit of a more Latin feel, a little mellower, but it does have some more hard rocking tunes. Now I gotta take out the albums because my memory is shot, and like Drifting into Space is heavy, Evil Men, and love the title track is very mellow and trippy, and for those that don't know, this features Rod Evans, the singer of Deep Purple, the Mach 1, the first 3 albums, and also a couple members that were in Iron Butterfly. I believe it was the bassist and the drummer, I think, or maybe not the drummer, but and then no, not the drummer, because the drummer of the first album is not on this one. There's already a member change, but it's great. It's a great album. I dig me some Captain Beyond, so check them out if you want to. If you want to get into them, I highly recommend the first album, which I don't have. I had it, but I don't know what happened to it. All right, let's put this aside for now. And yeah, it's gonna be very rare that I do a Currently Cranking without listening to Black Sabbath, because Black Sabbath is my favorite band. I always listen to them, really the 70s version, but I love every Black Sabbath album with the exception of 13, and some of Forbidden was iffy, but there's a lot of good stuff on 13. On Forbidden, I like nothing off 13. If you see my review, I really feel bad that they ended their career with such a crappy album. But this is an album that, I don't know, it's controversial because this is supposed to be a solo album. But then when I watched Razorfest Metal Mythos, he showed a little proof that no, this was always intended to be a Black Sabbath album. So I don't know. I mean, according to Glenn Hughes, he thought it was a solo album. So I don't know, man. It's a very mishmash thing. But this is the deluxe edition of the album, which brings a live show which features the late great Ray Gillen on vocals, where he does Mob Rules, Danger Zone, War Pigs, 7 Star, Die Young, Black Sabbath, NIB, Neon Nights, and Paranoid. And that's why I pulled this out, to listen to the live one. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. All right, here's an underrated band, Malice. This is their second album called License to Kill. Man, Sinister Double. Check out that song. I mean, this band rips, man. They were very, Judas Priest-ish. Love that In the Beginning album. And the title track on here, Vigilante, Chain Gang Woman, Murder, Breathing Down Your Neck, Chain of Fire. Hell yeah, some Malice, baby. All right, here's a kind of an obscure band. They're called Le Mans. I want to thank my friend Ruben De La Rosa, who turned me on to it. He's very much into shredders, and this had Derek Frigo, who went on to be in Enough's Enough. Have you seen my Donnie V interview? I interviewed Donnie V. I put it up a couple months ago. By the way, this is my first Currently Cranking of 2022. And this is a smoking album, man. Live to Rock, Nervous Breakdown, Hard as a Rock, Take Me Down, Hell's Halls, and Outside Looking In. Le Mans. Pretty obscure. If you like great guitar playing, check this album out and check out Derek Frigo. He rules. Holy mackerels. The Warning. This used to be my favorite album, but now it's like Rage for Order, dude. But I still love this album with a passion. Do I still have my thing in here, or is it in my EP? Yeah, I have a newsletter. No, it's in here. Check this out. This I got before this album came out. This is a newsletter that I had the band sign it when I met them on Into the Here in the Now Frontier tour. It's kind of a newsletter. This is when they're no, I think The Warning was out already, or it just came out. But yeah, it is. I believe it is already out. But my God, this album. And you know, I heard the band complain about the track listing. They didn't want the warning to open the album. And you know what? I have to agree with that. I don't know what good song could open the album. I mean, my all-time favorite Queensryche song, Roads to Madness. I don't know, you know, for an opener to be like 10 minutes long or something, I don't know if that's kosher or not, but to me that would probably be, maybe not. Maybe Deliverance. I think Warning could have been a great opener side too. To me, the greatest vocal performance from Jeff Tate is on this album. And it's the song that's the most popular song off this album. Take Hold of the Flame. If you want to see some cool shit, look at these YouTube videos of vocal teachers, vocal coaches, witness this video for the first time. The Japanese, live Japanese, where Jeff is hitting those notes and they all have the same impression. They're all like, what? Like they can't believe their ears. And it is amazing how great this guy's voice is. Or was, but still, I mean, I saw Jeff Tate a couple of months ago, and sure, he can't hit them like he did on this, but he's still a great singer. And I love this album, man. Child of Fire, Enforcer, No Sanctuary, very, very mellow, but beautiful. One of my favorites on this album, not very talked about. Pretty much like a filler track to most people, but me, it's amazing. Every song on here is amazing. NM156, kind of before its time, not only musically, but subject matter. You know how the computers are taking over the world and stuff. Before the Storm, Before the Storm, Before the Storm, and Child of Fire. And of course, my favorite track, Roads to Madness. Love the Warning. Just happen to like Rage for Order more. I discovered this band when I went to go see Voivod at Summers on the Beach. They became very popular later on, way more popular than Voivod. Never heard of them, walked in and was just totally blown away. Not only because they had this Sabbathy vibe, but that singer, man. Talking about Louder Than Love. This tour opened for Voivod, and I saw this and I ran out and bought the CD soon after. Hands All Over, Gun, Power Trip, Loud Love, Big Dumb Sex. Oh, that's a funny one. Great, great album, man. My favorite's the next one, though, Bad Motorfinger. But, man, Soundgarden was an awesome band back in the day. Loved them. This is before they became big, and don't you love when you go see a band and the opening band, you're like, whoa, I gotta go buy that record? That's what happened to me that night. And speaking of live, yeah, I did a live, I did one of these, you know, my favorite live albums, and I forgot to put Strangers in the Night, which is ridiculous, because it's one of the greatest live albums ever. And I forgot to put this one as well. Live in the Inferno, Raven. This album is just mind-blowing, and definitely deserved to be on that, or was it? I don't think it was. My God, this is the All For One tour. This is when they toured with Metallica, the Kill 'Em All For One tour. You know, Take Control, Live at the Inferno, Star War, man, Hell Patrol, I Don't Need Your Money, Faster Than the Speed of Sound. I can go on and on. This whole album smokes. Double Live, masterpiece, a metallic masterpiece. Raven, Live at the Inferno, amazing. Leather, this female is my all-time favorite metal singer. And this is Leather too. She's working on a new album. I can't wait till it comes out. You know her. She used to be in Chastain. I mean, you know her if you're like one of these crazy metalheads like me. But the song, man, punch up the song Juggernaut. It'll rip your skull wide open. You know? And then put metallic knowledge in your head. How this girl, woman, female, goddess, rules. Love it. Leather. And this is Leather too. Absolutely love it. All right. Whitford St. Holmes. Brad Whitford. God, why can't I remember his name now? Something St. Holmes from Ted Nugent. Derek St. Holmes. Doesn't even say it on the album cover. In the back. Amazing. amazing album. Really great, hard rocking, kind of an underground cultish album now. And it's amazing. It's a great, great hard rocking album, and it's a shame it went under the radar. They did do another album like decades later that's pretty damn good as well. Love it. Whitford St. Holmes. Another band I listen to all the time, and I'm sure you see them all the time. I'm currently cranking. This is Cheap Trick, and this is one CD I haven't listened to in ages, and it may have been the second CD I ever bought online when I first got online. My first was Phantom of the Paradise, the soundtrack to that movie. I got that on CD, which is very rare now, and I still have it. This is probably the second one. This was a live album they did at the Metro in Chicago, where they just took bits of songs, because they played like 4 nights. And one night they played the Budokan album, and the other night they played the first album, then In Color, then Heaven Tonight. So they picked out the songs and made this one, and I gotta tell you, man, the highlight of this one is the last song, Gonna Raise Hell. The way, I mean, you could just feel it. You know, and as they described, I mean, sweat was coming down the walls. It was really hot, and it was just a sweaty, brutal performance. And it is on DVD, too. There's a DVD, I don't know if it's called this, though. Can't remember it, but there is a DVD, and which has like a commentary track, which is, you know, all of them talking, and they're quite funny dudes. But I love me some Cheap Trick, and this is a great live album. No, nothing will ever top Budokan. So, this is rare. I'm not quite sure how I ended up getting this, but I ordered it through a CD, a McCartney CD that had this, you know, little thing inside that said, hey, if you want to get a really rare version of Ram, send it. So this is limited edition numbered mono album, previously commercially unreleased monophonic mix of the album, newly remastered at Abbey Road Studios. And yes, it's kind of like, it doesn't have anything really, but you know, even the album just says Ram, no track listing, no nothing. And I got number 14,970. So yeah, limited edition, but it's over 14,000 copies. So, but yeah, you know what? Oh, what's this in here? There's something in here. Okay, it has, like, you know, the track listing and you know, who played on it and so on. So yeah, it's kind of like a cheap thing they just, I guess, put together real quick to sell it to people that bought whatever CD it was. It might have been new. I can't remember the McCartney CD, but it brought a little thing inside, and that was the only way you can get this, and I'm glad I did. And I love this album. Too Many People. What, you know what? I was about to say something about that song, but you know what? I'm going to hold off because I want to make a classic rock episode about Ram, the McCartney album. It's amazing. Alright, do you guys know Devastation? Now, I know there's a couple Devastations out there. I think there's one from Chicago. This is the one from Texas, and it's called Ideolatry, and I had Roddy sign it. I saw them open for Sepultura, and I saw them way back in the day, not Sepultura, Soulfly, and I saw them way back in the day, open for Demolition Hammer and Bolt Thrower. What a show, huh? This is great thrash, underrated as hell. I have a long sleeve of this album cover, and yeah, when I heard they got back together and opened for Soulfly, you know, no offense, Soulfly fans, I just don't care for it. But I went just to see that, and then we left. And it's funny because on the way out, we saw Max Cavalera. They got a picture of him, super nice guy. And I was like, dude, you guys doing some, you know, he didn't know we were leaving, but I was, you know, I was just curious. You guys doing any old school Sepultura? And he said, yeah, we're opening with Troops of Doom. And I looked at my friend, I was like, damn, should we leave? But we did. And I've seen Soulfly at Ozfest, but whatever. But this is what I went to see that night. And I was not... definitely was not disappointed. Great stuff. All right. Oh, this is historic. This is my favorite Rat Lord album. I mean, Bathory. It's called Blood, Fire, Death. It's beyond epic. I mean, that first song, well, actually the second song, A Fine Day to Die, it's a long one, man. How long is that song? Does it say here? No, it does. Oh yeah, it does. It's where the hell is it? Oh, it's almost 9 minutes long. And man, it doesn't feel like it. Yeah, you see it proves the lyrics. This album is so amazing. It is definitely my favorite of the Bathory albums. And yeah, this would be the album I would say to people, if you want to get into Bathory, check out Blood, Fire, Death. Masterpiece, in my opinion. Caius, what is Sky Valley? Welcome to Sky Valley. And it's a promotional copy. I think I have every Caius on CD. I love this band. Doomy, but killer. I love Demon Cleaner and Gardenia, Asteroid, and wasn't the Odyssey, Whitewater. Good doomy stuff. This band is awesome. What an amazing bass player. Great stuff. Love me some Caius. Oh, I've been playing this one a lot. This is the latest one from Flotsam and Jetsam, and I gotta say, I don't make a top albums of the year, which I should start doing, but you know, I get so busy I can't remember what's what. But this is definitely, along with an album called Midnight Spell, Sky Destroyer, my favorite albums of 2021. Man, just check out the song Brace for Impact. Wow. This whole album smokes. Flotsam has been on a roll because the 2 albums previous to this are awesome as well. But I gotta say, I think this is the best one of the later stuff. I put it up there with No Place for Disgrace. It's that good. Alright, have you ever heard of The Organization? This band is awesome, and this album gets a lot of shit. They only released 2 albums. First album was a masterpiece, and this one is a masterpiece as well. I don't get it. It's great, it's melodic, it's heavy. Some parts it's kind of thrashy, some parts are metal, but it's got this melodic flow through it. And if you don't know who this band is, this is Death Angel minus Mark. This is when Death Angel broke up. Mark moved to New York, and the rest of the band made The Organization, and I love it. The first album, the song Wonder, it's like a stairway to heaven. It's, to me, I mean, and I love Stairway to Heaven. It's just a masterpiece. But this one, you know, Savor the Flavor, the title track, The Chase, The Drought, Insomnia, Stupid Mood, and this was released in the 90s, so you know, a lot of those CDs in the 90s, they would end, but it would really not end, and there was a lot of silence, and then a song would kick in. Well, the song, they do a cover of Steely Dan, Back, Jack, Do It Again. Awesome. Rob's got an amazing voice. It's Rob and Andy, the drummer and the guitar player. They both share the vocals, and they both have amazing voices. They both trade vocals and trade songs and so on. Savor the Flavor Organization. A lot of people don't like it, so if you want to check them out, check out the first album. If you dig it, give this one a chance. And if you end up liking this, then you're kind of kooky like me. All right. Oh, you know this one? Here's another obscure band, Fifth Angel, which they released 2 albums back in the 80s, and then they just released an album in, what, 2019 or something, the 3rd album. They're all great. This is the first one. I have it on CD too, which has a different album cover, which kind of like a guy with a crown, which I think is supposed to be the, you know, Lucifer, Fifth Angel. But man, the song Fifth Angel, Shout It Out, Call the Warning, Into the Fallout. Man, this album rules. Awesome stuff. Fifth Angel. Alright, here's something, man. This is going to sound crazy when I say it. This is a Wasp album called Still Not Black Enough. And, I mean, to me, the best, it's the first album, Headless Children. The rest are spotty, you know. I like the song here and there. I know a lot of you like Crimson Idol. I love Hold On to My Heart and Chainsaw Charlie and the same thing. You know, look, let's just say, I already said it. Headless Children, first Wasp album, perfection. But the thing about this album right here, and it's going to sound crazy, I know, but you got to remember, I am crazy. To me, the greatest ballad ever written in the history of music that I've ever heard is from Wasp, and it's on this album. It's a song called Keep Holding On. You know, I know some of you manly people will hate it because it's so mellow, so beautiful. You know, no drums or nothing. It's just Blackie, what a great voice actor. Unique and awesome voice. And I really feel it, man, in my guts, in my heart. How he's spilling out those lyrics like, you know, who's going to hold you? Who'll be holding me? You know, I'll keep holding on, holding on. You know, it reminds me of a special somebody that is no longer here on the planet that I loved with all my heart. And every time I hear it, I think of her. Because if there's any girl I want to be with, it's her. But she's gone, so I'll be single for the rest of my life. I'm faithful to her. But, you know, it's not, you know what's also good on here is they do a cover of Somebody to Love from Jefferson Airplane, which I was never really a fan of that song. I love their song, White Rabbit. But I love Was's version of Somebody to Love more. And then there's that song, what is that song? Is it I Can't? Yeah, I Can't. Man, that's intense. It's mellow, but it's Blackie like really being intense. Like, I can't fuck. I can't this. I can't that. It's just total desperation. Awesome. And then there's some spotty songs on here. You know, I didn't like the cover of Whole Lotta Rosie or Tie Your Mother Down. But, you know, I mean, there's some okay songs. There's amazing songs. Great cover. And my favorite ballad of all time, Keep Holding On, is by Wasp. True story. All right, okay, I did an episode about this because it just came in and I've still been listening to it. The latest from ABBA. It took 40 years for it to be released. And now I've lived with it for a whole month more and I've been playing it a lot. And I still, what I said in my review, I still feel the same way about the two songs I don't like. But I gotta tell you, man, my new favorite song off here that I didn't say in that episode is the last track, Ode to Freedom. And it's just orchestra and mellow harmonies, and it's just so beautiful. But I'm also torn between, you know, I Still Have Faith in You, which opens the album. So, I mean, my favorite songs really bookmark this album, but, you know, Don't Shut Me Down is amazing. Keep an Eye on Dan. Love it, man. It's a great return, man. It is a great return. And I love that they're back. But for how long? I don't know. I heard that one guy say, it's, you know, that's it. But then Frida said, no, it ain't going to be the last one. Now here's the last thing I'm going to show you. Primal Fear, Nuclear Fire, Total Priest meets power metal kind of mashup that's just unbelievable. This singer, Ralph, he's amazing. I mean, just as amazing as this Ralph. But he sings better than me. I know it's hard to believe. But you know, you all know me. I sing like an angel. An angel that's, you know, being tortured, but still an angel. But man, check out the song Back from Hell, Angel in Black, Bleed of the Eagle, man, Red Rain, Iron Fist and the Velvet Glove, Living for Metal. Hell yeah! So that's it, my friends. That's it for my currently cranking for this month. So I will be putting all the albums away, and then I'm going to pick an album, put it on, and then save it on the side, and I'll be back next week. So thank you all for watching, and thank you, you newbies, if there are any new people watching. I really appreciate it. I really do. I love you all. I don't take none of you for granted. Thank you so much for all the subscribers, and if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel. Click that little bell for notifications, and if you'd like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. So, stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and SHMACKEMAGOB.